Are we ready to do this?
I am.
Okay, cool. So let's get down to business.
To defeat the Hun.
Uh,
Nice.
okay, everybody, hi, and welcome back to GC Squared. It's a
That's
podcast.
us.
Yeah, it's us. It is us. It's a podcast, which you probably know if you're listening. And it's about comic books and video games and the power of friendship and whatever else it's about.
Those are all things.
Oh boy. So as always, I am joined by the fantastic Garrett Garcia. Now, when Garrett Garcia isn't coming up with a soft drink that will finally topple Coca-Cola's chokehold on the industry, he is probably doing video game stuff. So, Garrett, I would love to hear a little bit about your video game stuff.
Sure thing. So a friend of mine was in town recently, and he was very kind. A different friend.
You have other friends?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, cool.
Yep. So yeah, I had a friend in town, and he was very kind and bought me a copy of Ogre Battle 64.
That sounds like a very obscure game.
Yes.
Neat.
Copies of it can go up to like $300.
Oh my goodness. I'm your friend, but I don't like you that much. Well, according to past patterns, now that you got this game, it's going to get reproduced and remade and re-released to the masses.
I think the first game got remade not too long ago.
Oh yeah?
Yep. That one was called Tactics Ogre.
Let's see. We've got Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Together.
Yeah, so the one that just came out was Tactics Ogre Reborn.
Okay.
Which I believe was a remake of... Oh, it's a remake of a game made in 2010, so not the first one.
Yeah, that's let's see, the Ogre Battle series, sometimes referred to as the Ogre Battle Saga, is 5 tactical role-playing games. Yeah, you would be into that, wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. Real-time strategy, currently owned by Square Enix. There are 5 original games, and one of which has received a remake and subsequent remaster. And that remaster was... let's see, there's... the list here is Ogre Battle March of the Black Queen in 93, Let Us Cling Together in 95, The March of the Black Queen Limited Edition 96, March of the Black Queen Let Us Cling Together in 96, 97 had another Let Us Cling Together. These must be different consoles. Yeah, they are. In 2010, there was a PSP version of Let Us Cling Together, and it looks like that one was the one that's been re-released on Steam.
Okay.
Let's see. Let Us Cling Together. There's publishers, platform Super Famicom, Sega Saturn, PlayStation. Tactics, scenario, music, release, reception, legacy. I don't know. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad that you got a super cool game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tactics Ogre Reborn. It was released in 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably the one.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, and it is a remake of Let Us Cling Together, the PSP game.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. What else?
Well, I've been doing that. I've been playing a game called Wargroove 2, which is like Advance Wars.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a fun one. Been enjoying it. And I've been really getting into this roguelike horror RPG called World of Horror.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the way they have it set up is it's like you're playing an old school 80s point and click adventure game on a computer.
Oh,
and
fun.
It takes place like in the 80s, in like this Japanese town, and you're playing as a character that's trying to solve different mysteries, but the character you play as varies between playthroughs as well as the different situations you're dealing with, and you're in essence trying to save the town by solving these mysteries and making your way to this lighthouse.
Okay, I can dig it.
Yeah, it's got some really creepy stuff in it. It's very much inspired by H.P. Lovecraft and Junji Ito.
Ah.
Yeah, it was in early access for a while, but just came out fully a few days ago. So I grabbed it.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
You're really on top of stuff like that.
Yeah, I do in fact stay on top of games and play them and whatnot. It's kind of my thing. Funny enough, haven't played Super Mario Wonder yet.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that one.
Sorry, haven't played it. I do plan to play. Oh, sorry.
I guess I don't have to ask you about it if that's the case.
I guess not, but I will be playing Super Mario RPG's remake when it comes out next month.
Yeah, well, that's like a really big one.
Oh yeah,
like I wasn't expecting. I think the only game I didn't expect to get a remake more than that one was Thousand Year Door.
Oh yeah, that was a surprise announcement for sure.
Have we talked about Thousand Year Door yet? Have we brought that up on the podcast?
We did bring it up when we mentioned that I had bought it during our game collection episode.
Oh, yeah. That was a good episode.
Yep.
I still think about that episode.
Nice.
Anyway, I cut you off. You were going to say something.
I don't remember, so it wasn't important.
Oh, no. Lost media.
It's lost to everyone.
If any of you can track down Garrett's stray thought, let us know. Go ahead and email us. Go ahead and email us at GC squared. That's GCSQUARED podcast at gmail.com if you can somehow find Garrett's lost thought.
Yeah. Make sure to message us at that. You can also message us at shamelessplugin@email.email.
That's not a shameless plugin. A shameless plugin would be if I showed up here and said, "Hey, everyone, make sure you go onto YouTube and subscribe to Comic Crash." That's a shameless plugin.
That would be a shameless plugin if you said, "Hey, everyone, on here, you should go to YouTube and subscribe to Comic Crash."
That would be a really shameless plug. But if it's just us saying, "Hey, email the podcast" while we're on the podcast, I don't know if that's shameless.
I know. I just thought it was a joke that came to my mind, so I had to share it.
I'm glad that you did.
Yay. So when Taylor, I guess that's all I have for game announcements, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So when Taylor isn't busy trying to track down and get the Krabby Patty secret formula to gift to Plankton and get $5 million, he's usually doing stuff involving comic books and video writing. So, what do you got going on for us in the world of comic books, Taylor?
Let me tell you. So, my town, now, for the context of it, I guess, October 31st is a day typically regarded by most people in the United States as Free Comic Book Day Halloween edition. Like, most people think of it that way first.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But the town I live in, they try to coordinate that day with the local libraries. And the local libraries usually have their own Halloween festivities going on. So we had Halloween Free Comic Book Day a little bit earlier. And that was this Saturday that we went to do that. Now, two categories, I guess. There's the free stuff that I got, and then there is the support buys. Now, the free stuff I got one of the libraries was really chill and just said, yeah, take one of everything. No one comes to Free Comic Book Day. They all go to the comic shop instead, which of course I did. But let's see, I picked up a lot of obscure stuff, which is the fun part of Free Comic Book Day, is that you get a lot of like third-party, obscure, you wouldn't expect to see these kind of comic books. Just a sec. Let me grab my stack and I can show you.
Okay. Not literally, but
well, I guess maybe not show you because this is an audio podcast after all. But I could tell you about it. So
yeah, don't show and tell, tell and tell.
Tell and tell. You're right. Yeah. All right, so first we got a book called Crime Buster. This is from publisher Comic House, and it is by a guy named Morris. Keith Morris, Adrian Benson, Sam McDonald, and art by Giulia Gualazzi. Gua Lazzi. I think it's Italian. I haven't read it yet. And we've got
Okay.
Buffy, the high school years. So it's Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And this one was fun because she goes with her friend to a comic shop so he can pick up his comics. And there's a vampire there who comes to attack the comic shop owner because he closed his comic book pull box. He's like, "Why did you close my pull box? Because you died. That's no excuse." And it spoke to me on a spiritual level. It was funny.
Gotcha. Wait, so did Buffy the Vampire Slayer not normally take place in high school?
Isn't she a senior at the beginning of it?
I don't know. I never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I always assumed that she was like a high schooler.
I haven't watched it either, but hold on. More stuff to
How
Google.
old is Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Thanks to A2A, according to Buffy's headstone, she was born in 1981, which would make her 16 in season 1. So there you go.
Yeah, so she was in high school.
Yeah, so why do they specify the high school years if she was in high school?
Probably because they're just trying to go for a younger demographic.
Okay, sure.
Because I've noticed that like if you want to go for a younger demographic, you make the character slightly older than the demographic you're targeting. And this is a kid's book, so that would be my guess. But it was good.
Okay.
I was really impressed with it. And that was published by Dark Horse Comics. And then we had
okay.
We had Clementine, which was it's a spin-off of The Walking Dead, and it had a couple of other stories in there, and that was published by Image. Dungeon is back. I have no idea what that's about, but you know, I love Dungeons and Dragons, and it has kind of like that vibe on the cover, so I'm judging the book by its cover right now.
Fair enough.
That's published by NBM Graphic Novels. I've never heard of them before. Titan Comics. Well, first, let's do this. And then Marvel offered Star Wars Dr. Aphra as a free comic book day entry. And it made me a little bit sad, a little bit upset.
Aw.
Because, so first of all, Dr. Aphra, she was introduced maybe actually quite a while ago now. Like, she was one of the first original Disney Star Wars characters that was released and had any amount of real clout. And she was introduced in the Darth Vader comics and somehow didn't get killed by Darth Vader. She is, and so I was kind of surprised by that and always kind of interested in the character. So I was interested to pick up this book and see what it's all about. And she's a swashbuckling archaeologist who finds ancient treasures and donates them to museums for the preservation of history against the Empire. And it's Indiana Jones. And I read it, and it's
yeah, sounds like it.
It's like my guy Indiana Jones has been replaced by a nameless Star Wars character. I much rather would have had them say, "Look, we got Lucasfilm. Here's some Indiana Jones stories." And the character acts exactly like him too. Like Dr. Aphra is so close to already being Indiana Jones. I hate that they didn't just go that route.
Gotcha.
And then the two meme pickups that I got, Titan Comics released Monster High, and Paper Cuts released Barbie. So I picked those up because I thought they were fun.
There you go.
And those were the free comic books that I got to pick up. And then every year for Free Comic Book Day, I try to do what I'm calling support buys, because it's a completely voluntary thing to do Free Comic Book Day. And it's really cool of comic shops to do that and to provide this big event. They usually turn it into a big event. So I want to kind of support that a little bit. The big one I picked up, Matt Wagner's Trinity, which is the first team up of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Like the first canonical team up of them. So how they met before the Justice League and everything. And holy cow, it is so good. This could have been an evergreen book release for DC Comics. I'm kind of annoyed that they don't clout this around more, because holy cow.
So you're telling me the first time they teamed up wasn't in DC Justice League Cosmic Chaos?
No, it wasn't.
Dang it. The game that came out in 2022 wasn't their first team up? Should have saw that coming.
No, but it's a fun little game. Fucking love that game.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have it on my wish list to grab it on PC eventually.
Oh, buddy. You know what? Next time I visit you, maybe that should be a thing we do. I could bring it and we could play it together because it is so fun.
Nice. Do you have it on PS4?
I do.
Okay, we could play it here then.
I got it on opening day release.
Nice.
I was like following it and it's like, oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be like it's kids' first Marvel Ultimate Alliance. And I loved it. It was so fun.
It's actually very similar. Speaking of which, that kind of action RPG style is actually very similar to games like Diablo and Torchlight.
Okay, so it's baby's first Diablo.
Something like that.
But it's super charming. I love that game so much. It's so cute.
I heard it's really funny.
It is so funny. I couldn't stop laughing during all the cutscenes. It's a thing of beauty. It's a thing to behold. We should definitely sit down and play it sometime. If I have a headset and if you have a headset, we could record it and we could put that gameplay online. We have a place to put it.
In that case, yeah, that's true. Okay, in that case, if we were to do that, then would you want to instead bring over your PlayStation stuff since you're already signed into like your accounts and whatnot?
Yeah, we can do that. We'll talk about the schematics of that in a little bit.
Sounds good.
All right, and then my comic shop also added a new bargain bin, which I really took advantage of because $10 can get you an awful lot of comic books. So I picked up X-Men #1, which isn't as impressive as you think it is. It's the only comic book single issue to sell over 1 million copies. So there's a ton of these out there and nobody wants them. But I picked it up. Batman Annual #3 from not too long ago, so it's not like exciting. Justice League #1 from circa 2019. A Batman Superman Annual #5. The Superman the Man of Steel #109. It's a Christmas issue, so I wanted to pick that up in time for Christmas.
Okay.
Superman 3, the movie adaptation. I didn't know that they made a Superman 3 adaptation. So that was a really cool surprise to see. And apparently it was a Carl's Jr. giveaway, so I haven't looked at it. I don't know what's in there. Batman 52 from the New 52 lineup. It was the last issue of the New 52.
Okay.
Batman #500. It's like a triple-sized issue. And it has this cool foil cover that's like really shiny and stuff. It's kind of dirty, which is why it was dirt cheap. And then adjective list Spider-Man #28 and 27, which I'm hoping is the full story that they start and end in this lineup. But knowing my luck, it probably continues in like 3 other books and then ends in 28.
Gotcha.
But that is the lineup of books that I picked up. Haven't come even close to reading all of them, but they exist and they're here.
Hey, there you go.
I can't think of anything big as far as news is concerned. Yeah, no big news, just a lot of rumors that they're going to announce the next Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, rumors that they're going to announce a new spin-off game to Spider-Man 2, even though Spider-Man 2 is like 4 days old at this point. Just a lot of rumors, so nothing to say.
Yeah. My brother's already beaten Spider-Man 2.
It's apparently the main story is only 20 hours.
Man.
Yeah,
he didn't just do the main story though. He's been playing a lot of side content as well, but that guy can blast through games. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I would end up taking that game really slowly. Man.
You get distracted like you do in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 is really distracting, but I've gotten almost nothing done in that game. The one level, though, is pretty close to being 100% complete.
Hey, there you go. Wait, you didn't 100% complete it?
Nope.
Huh.
There's like, I think there's one chest missing somewhere, but I don't care enough to look up a walkthrough and try and find it.
I see.
I just want to play around, so I do.
There you go.
But like Spider-Man, I flippin' loved that first game. I played through it probably close to a dozen times, the main story quest. And when they brought out that new game plus, holy cow, that was fun. My goal with it was to see like how high I could get Spider-Man's health and level up. Well, okay. It's actually a more complicated goal than that. So after you get past level 50, Spider-Man goes into what they call like legacy level ups or something like that. And these level ups are way harder to get. And after you get each one, you get 1 extra health point and 1% more power behind your attacks.
Okay.
Now, my goal then was to keep playing the game on Ultimate because I think that gives you the most XP. Keep playing the game on Ultimate over and over and over with New Game Plus, just restarting the game to the point where I can one-shot bad guys on easy.
Nice.
I'm really, really close.
Did you get to that point?
You're
really close. Nice. Is there a cap to the legacy levels?
As far as I can tell, no. Because I know I'm well past level 60, but I have actually no idea what level I'm on because they stopped counting after 50. But you could calculate it based on how many health points you have, right? Because if you get 1 health point per level, then in theory, you just go backwards to the maximum, see how many more than the maximum you've got.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, that's that. That's all the comic book stuff I got.
Gotcha. Oh, by the way, you're going to have a field day the next time you're in town.
Oh, yeah?
Because one of the stores that we go to for Retro City Games, which made up part 2 of the video on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
They've like
if we were to shamelessly plug it.
Yeah, exactly. I think they've like more than doubled the comic books they have there.
Ooh. They have some good stuff hidden in there sometimes.
Oh yeah. That's the beauty of comic books, I think, is if you just see them in rows like that, you're gonna find something, you know?
Yeah. I wish they would sort them. I get why they don't. But I wish they would. Every comic shop owner I talk to says that sorting the books is the biggest hassle because you'll have like they're in a certain order, but then you'd have parents pulling out a bunch of them trying to show them to kids, and the kids pick one, and then they put them in backwards. They put them back in backwards, and you'd have to go in there and fix it back up. And so I understand why they don't, but I wish they would.
Yeah, I've heard it's not worth the hassle most of the time.
Especially if it's not your primary selling point. Like Retro City doesn't sell comics as its primary goal.
Oh yeah, for sure. They primarily sell video games, and then they just happen to also have some comic books and action figures too.
Yeah, but their selection is fantastic.
It's always a fun store to go to.
Oh, I'm going to have a heyday with that. That'll be so fun.
Yeah, you will.
Just be like,
all right, so
we're back, and there's so much stuff. Whoa.
So now, here's the thing: is this episode of GC Squared is actually the second part of our previous episode because we didn't finish it last time.
Bom, bom, bom.
So we're continuing our What If Marvel Made Smash Bros. But this time, we're going to round it out with the Ultimate characters. Then we'll fill out the Echo Fighters. And then from there, we'll go over all the ones that we came up with before. We'll look at the ones we chose for Smash 64, and then we'll compare it to the ones we chose for Smash 64 in the previous version we did for episode 0 where the audio messed up, and we'll kind of see where it's at and kind of form an amalgamation of like what our past selves thought versus what we thought now to see if we can make some like ultimate roster.
Yeah. So the context of this, in case you missed the first episode, is back when we were thinking about doing a podcast and before we started making a podcast, we had this conversation like, if there was one company out there that could make a true Smash Brothers killer, who would it be? And we decided that it'd probably have to be Marvel, because they're the only ones that have enough characters, are okay with having them fight each other, and have like the fan base already established to care about it. Which kind of evolved into, what if Marvel just made Smash Brothers from the beginning? So we simulated what the roster would look like for Marvel Smash Brothers 64, Marvel Smash Brothers Melee, Brawl, Wii U, 3DS, and now we're on Ultimate, and we're going to finish up that roster, like Garrett said, and the Echo Fighters. Now, the funny thing is that we tried to record this episode first, and we did, but the recording sucked, but we still have that list. So we're going to compare the new list with the old list.
Exactly. Yep, just to kind of get a feel of, how our thoughts changed, how kind of our thought processes varied this time, and also just to kind of get a feel of what we can adjust with the current roster we come up with.
And I think this is going to be really cool also to kind of see like how much better we got at theory crafting since starting this podcast.
So what happened with Smash Bros. Ultimate is they introduced 6 new characters to the game initially, and then the others were DLC. So yeah, we'll start with those initial 6 characters.
Geez, I barely remember which ones we brought up beforehand, but let's go ahead and give it a shot.
All right, sounds good.
Carnage.
The thing, Carnage?
Yeah.
We added him in the previous game.
Lame.
In Brawl, actually.
Lame.
Okay, so kind of the theme of Ultimate was that they were adding some new characters, but they were also... Oh, wait, no, I got mixed up. Actually, Carnage was added in the previous version. Sorry. We'll get to that later.
It doesn't matter. He's still already added, so he doesn't help our cause at all.
Oh, no, I controlled F, and it was in the episode 0 version.
Oh.
So I guess we'll add him.
Yeah.
Okay, that works though, because I was gonna say Smash Bros. Ultimate, kind of the general theme of it was they were adding a lot of fan requested characters and a few like newer characters as well. So we could keep that in mind while choosing things. So I'd say this is probably a point where they reintroduce 1 or 2 X-Men characters.
Yeah, well, but I thought we weren't going to like so much focus on what was taken away, since all of them are just going to be put back in, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could see them adding like a new X-Men character for hype reasons.
Okay, a new X-Men.
So should we add like another villain, like Mystique or something?
Ooh, Mystique would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, put Mystique in the game.
Yeah, I feel like Mystique would be a cool choice that like fans would have been asking about for a long time, and it's a new boss, like a new bad guy character, so yeah.
Yeah. Do we have the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver in the game yet?
Let me check. We do not.
Sweet. Let's throw them in too. They're MCU characters-ish. People like them. Yeah.
Sounds good to me. This would also be around the time when WandaVision would be coming out, so yeah.
Speaking of WandaVision, let's throw Vision in.
Sounds good to me.
Sweet. Ooh, and Falcon. Is Falcon in the game?
I don't think we've added Falcon yet. I do want to add a side note of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was released December 7th, 2018, but I guess that doesn't really matter as much at this point.
Well, Falcon would have been in the movies prior to this as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like that's kind of the philosophy we're going off of, is that a lot of these characters would be added as they were becoming popular in other media, i.e. whatever the MCU was doing.
Yeah.
Oh, this is way easier.
That covers... Yeah, because we have that huge time jump now. The hardest one was definitely the Melee, where we only had like 13 to 14 months to deal with.
Yeah. Because like the MCU wasn't really started at that point, and like we had a couple of X-Men movies and a Fantastic Four movie or whatever, but yeah, cool. Oh, this is going to be sweet. I'm excited.
Oh yeah. So next So what happened next in Smash Bros was it was a DLC character. However, this DLC character was a free up until like the first 5 or 6 months of the game being released. So I'd say we'd have to choose a character that we feel like would round out the roster without Marvel feeling like they're losing money by providing them for free.
Ooh, okay. Well, let's see. A character who would fit that bill would be, and this was like Piranha Plant, right?
Yeah, it was Piranha Plant in the original.
Okay, so Nameless Goon. Shocker.
Oh, Shocker would be such a good pick, actually. Let's do Shocker.
Shocker.
I love that.
You can't escape me. I'll chase you to the ends of the earth.
When did Spider-Man Homecoming come out?
I don't know, sometime in the 200s, the 2000s, sometime in there.
Okay. Oh, it came out in 2017, so this would actually be perfect timeline wise.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. But like, shocker. that's
next we
fantastic. I love that.
So now we have the DLC characters. So with this DLC pack, it was kind of interesting because they had 4 third-party characters and then one last character that a lot of people weren't happy with.
Okay.
But we don't have to follow that exact format. So it's like, oh, what would be their first DLC pack they throw out to get people hyped and excited?
Miles Morales.
Miles?
Yeah.
I think that'd be a really good pick.
Yeah, because he's popular and he wouldn't be an Echo Fighter. He's different enough.
Yeah, he has like his electricity powers and stuff.
It's called a Venom Blast, you casual.
Okay, my bad.
I hate that it's called a Venom Blast. That feels like it's supposed to reference other stuff, but that's okay.
I mean, Venom Blast to me just makes me think like it's poison. That's what I default to, which I get because spider, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's not really a poison. It's bioelectricity.
Okay, have we added Phoenix yet?
Did we?
Nope, doesn't look like it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and throw in Jean Grey, and she can have I think she would have Phoenix as like a final smash.
Either Phoenix as a final smash or like a Phoenix related alternate skin.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. More X-Men. We can always use more X-Men. I actually wonder how far you could get in this by just doing X-Men related properties only.
I mean, there were a couple of X-Men fighting games, so you could get decently far.
Well, like X-Men could be its own franchise, its own universe. Like it doesn't need Marvel. Yep. X-Men could live by itself.
That's very true.
It's full of very, very cool characters. And some of very cool characters, and some of them are Catholic.
All right, so hear me out. We throw in Invincible.
I think we did that the first time we tried this.
Well, he wasn't in the thingy for this time around when I thought of him, so I think Invincible would be a cool choice.
Yeah, I think that would be a cool extra, like that would be a cool third-party pick to throw into the mix.
Yep.
Is Captain Marvel in the game?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, let's check if Captain Marvel is in there, and then we also need to add Miss Marvel.
We put Captain Marvel in Smash Bros. 4.
Right. The version of the game everyone hated.
Okay, we could do Miss Marvel, though.
Yeah, the big stretchy hands.
All right, so now we need one more character for this pass.
Well, let's see. Oh, they'd probably try to hype up the Eternals, huh?
That's not a bad idea.
Lockjaw. Let's throw Lockjaw in.
Lockjaw sounds like such a fun pick, actually.
Yeah, Lockjaw would be fun. Throw in Lockjaw.
I love that concept.
And then Black Bolt should be in there too. Sorry, I'm just kind of shooting them off. I mean, you've seen him. He's the guy that if he sneezes, the whole world explodes.
Oh, okay.
He has like sonic vocal cords that tear stuff apart.
Gotcha.
He was
All
in
right,
Doctor
yeah,
Strange.
So Black Bolt then would be added as the first DLC character for Season Pass 2, and that leaves us with 4 slots left if we ignore the final one that we both agree who it is.
Yeah. So is Howard the Duck in the game?
Yeah, he was a joke character added to Melee.
Okay. We have all the Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
I think so. I could double check.
We didn't put in Yondu, did we?
I don't think we did.
Would Yondu even be in it? Would we put Yondu in? I guess we could.
Yeah, we could. We also didn't put in Drax.
How is Drax missing?
I don't know, but he is.
Well, put him in the game.
All right, Drax it is.
There we go. All of the Guardians of the Galaxy fans can now be appeased.
Are we going to add Yondu as well?
I mean, I think Yondu would be an interesting character. I don't know how much clout he has, but he was a big part of Guardians 2.
Okay. So, do we add a bit of a quirky pick like Squirrel Girl?
Yes. Yes. Oh, and Gwenpool.
Oh, Gwenpool's a good choice.
Yeah.
Do you think Gwenpool would be better as an Echo fighter to Deadpool or her own thing?
How many Echo fighters do we need to fight?
We'll need 7 total. So far, we only have War Machine.
And let's clarify this. Echo fighters can have different animations, right?
Oh, yeah, more or less. The idea is that they have the same general move set, but they can have variations in their animations.
Okay. Well, with that in mind, I was going to also suggest Spider-Gwen, but if that's the case, I say we could make her an echo of Spider-Man.
Okay. So keep Gwenpool as a new character, but put Spider-Gwen as an echo.
I think we could probably make Gwenpool an echo as well.
Okay, sounds good.
Unless the Gwenpool fans are going to yell at me. Let me look up Gwenpool. See if she actually is any different from Deadpool. Nah, she's basically the same. She has the 2 katanas. She has guns. She's Deadpool.
All right, that works then. Maybe
Yep.
just like a lighter, faster version or something.
Maybe. Let's see. Let's look at backstory, solo series, West Coast. Just list off superpowers. What is this? Powers and abilities. Originally had no superpowers, only a vast knowledge of the Marvel Universe from reading comic books. Gwenpool is trained in weapons and hand-to-hand combat by Batroc during the Unbelievable Gwenpool Volume 2. So she's fully aware she's in a comic book. She's Deadpool.
Okay.
If anyone wants to get mad at me, you can go ahead and email us and say all kinds of nasty things to me. I don't care. That still leaves us DLC fighters, though. So let's see. Oh, we started off so strong.
Has Punisher been put in?
Yeah, we put Punisher in because he wears a t-shirt with a skull on it and he has guns. We made that joke.
Oh yeah, okay, that's right.
Yeah, I remember the joke. And we put Elektra in.
Yeah.
We have Luke Cage and we have Iron Fist.
Mhm.
Okay. Is Loki in?
No.
How is Loki? Oh, we'll put Loki in. That would be like
he
a big
needs
hype.
to be in there.
That's a huge hype.
All right, so that's one more DLC character before the Sora of the game.
Before the Sora of the game. Okay, who are you thinking?
Ooh. We gotta pick someone pretty hype, huh?
So, or we could pick another. We could pick another Fire Emblem sword fighter.
I'm trying to think like if there's any like third parties that would be really cool before the Sora pick.
I can't think of any like big third party characters that are. The Winter Soldier's in it, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we totally put him in when we just said everyone is in Marvel versus Capcom. Just throw him in. Okay, let's see. We could add in. We already put in Hellboy. That was a great DLC. Big.
What if we do something really out there?
Okay.
What if we do like a character from The Walking Dead?
Like Rick Grimes?
Yeah.
Sure. Just throw him in there. Why not?
Walking Dead started as a comic series, right?
Yeah. It was really successful.
Yeah, so that would be super out there, but really cool.
My comic shop owner said that he once had someone come in and turn in the entire Walking Dead collection in single issues. You're darn right, dang. That first issue holds the record for the fastest value growing single issue comic book.
That's insane.
It was sold at like $3-ish, standard comic book pricing. It is now worth 25 grand.
Dang.
Yeah. Actually, I bet it's more now.
25 grand, huh? That's crazy.
And if I look it up right now, cover price was $295, and must have fallen down in price after the show was over. That's a hefty price cut. Signed, you can get it for 65 grand. Not 65 grand, 6,500.
Oh, okay. Yeah, huge drop then.
That's a big drop. That's unfortunate.
All right, so the final character is...
Okay, well, let me first tell you all about the story behind this final character, okay? Yeah. Because our poor friends over in the studio that was making this, did we ever decide which publisher was making this game?
I don't know if we ever decided.
Did we say it was Capcom?
I don't feel like it would have been Capcom in this situation.
Okay, well, they definitely helped at some point because we put Ryu in the game.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. Whoever was publishing this put out a big poll. No, they didn't put out a big poll, because if they put out a big poll, we would have had better choices in Smash 4. So what they had happen was people kept writing in saying, hey, we want this character in the game. And they said, no, there's no way we can make that happen. And they said, well, make it happen anyway. And people have been whining about it ever since the first third-party character was introduced all the way back in Brawl. And then, in the final trailer, all of the Marvel characters have been saved from Galactus, and a multiverse portal opened up. And jumping out from the portal is Sora. Batman. Oh, we were going for a thing. We were going for a joke. Okay.
Oh, it's all good.
Let's try again.
It'd be funny to cut you off with that.
Let's try again. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Sora.
Sora.
Oh, this is hard to do when we aren't next to each other.
Never mind. It's all good. So yeah, Batman.
Yeah. So Batman shows up and he rounds out the roster. Everyone is super excited that Batman showed up. DC finally decided to play nice. Though when you open up Batman's stage, there are no references to any other Batman characters, and there are no references to the Justice League. All references to the Justice League have been replaced with like pictures of like boats and stuff.
Exactly.
Just a little joke at Sora's expense.
So yeah, that's what we figured. Batman would be like the super hype character that people would flip their lids over, like, how the crap did you do that? And they're like, we did it.
Yeah, it's like, this would be, whoever the Sakurai of this series is, makes a big announcement. And he's like, yeah, this character took us forever to figure out because DC wouldn't play nice. And we finally got him, and he's here, and he's well balanced, and everyone loves him, and everyone's going to play as him for like 4 minutes, and then you're all going to go back to your mains.
Yep, that's how it goes.
And it was a big deal. Everyone's excited. We're all super pumped. And I love that Batman is in the game. He shakes hands with Spider-Man.
Yep, exactly. All right, so now we have the Echo Fighters. So we've chosen 3 of them so far. We have War Machine for Iron Man, Gwenpool for Deadpool, and Spider-Gwen for Spider-Man.
Spider-Span. Right. It would be really easy to just put Miguel O'Hara as an Echo for Miles, but I don't know if I want to do that.
If you want to do something really ridiculous, throw in Bone Claw Wolverine.
that is such a Dr. Mario pick. Like, that doesn't add anything.
But that's the thing, is they literally did that in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. They had Wolverine and Bone Claw Wolverine.
There's no difference. Like, I guess one of them couldn't slice as well. Oh,
yeah,
man.
I'm not sure.
That is stupid.
If we want to be really lame, we throw in a Phoenix Echo to Jean Grey.
That would be lame. No, I'm pretty sure the Phoenix is just Jean Grey, like either in a costume form or a Final Smash. I vote Final Smash.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh,
let's see.
Just put in Robin as an Echo for Batman. No, that would be ridiculous. They wouldn't be able to put Robin in the game.
Yeah, I don't think that would fly.
No, but Superman could, but he's definitely not in the game.
Oof.
I know. I'm sad.
Okay, how about Orange Hulk?
Are you sure that's not just a color variant on Hulk?
I'm pretty sure there's like an orange version of him, isn't there?
There's all kinds of colors for Hulk. Probably the most famous one is the Red Hulk, but
apparently Red Hulk would probably be it if we did that, huh?
yeah. But I feel like all the variants of Hulk would just be costume options because they're all the same.
Was it Sam Wilson that became the next Captain America?
It was, yes, but he's the Falcon.
Right, yeah, that's true.
So he's already in the game. His Captain America costume would be an alt costume.
Okay.
Oh boy, this got hard.
Yep. We can do this though.
Taskmaster. Taskmaster is an echo for Captain America.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But doesn't he fight with a sword?
Not
like
if he's an echo.
Well?
Not if he's an echo for Captain America.
Wait. Hear me out. Taskmaster's the random button.
What?
So you know how you can choose like random character in Smash Bros?
Uh-huh.
Instead, you choose Taskmaster and he just copies whoever moveset's randomly chosen.
Oh, that's a cool idea. You would have to have a real random button, but like, oh, that's a cool idea. Oh, it'd be like, oh. I have a really good idea. Okay.
What's up?
So, Taskmaster, if you select Taskmaster, it completely randomizes his moves across the entire board.
Oh, so you have no idea what you're going to get at all.
You have no idea what you're going to get. His up smash could be whatever Spider-Man does. His special could be the Black Widow. Like
that sounds like so much fun.
His moveset is 100% randomized.
I love that.
Oh, that's great. Put him in the game.
Do you think Yondu could be? Yeah, okay. I have him as a random aside, just Taskmaster there. Okay, do you think Yondu could be an Echo Fighter for anyone?
I don't think so.
Okay, fair enough.
We could put in the second Hawkeye. What's her name? Kate Bishop.
Oh, yeah, I know Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then Tony Hawk.
Oh, what if we did, sorry, who?
I said Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk?
Yeah, he skated with Spider-Man once.
I was actually gonna, you know what? Fair. I was actually gonna suggest, what about Nebula over Gamora?
Okay. Yeah. Is Thanos in the game?
Yeah, Thanos is in.
Oh, good. I was going to be really upset at us if we forgot Thanos.
He's kind of required, you know?
Yeah, he's kind of a big deal. We have about 5 minutes left.
Okay, cool. So let's see. What about not Miss Marvel, but the other Miss Marvel back before she was Captain Marvel? Could be over Nova.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Is that even a unique character? Give me a sec. All right. So we have Carol Danvers. Then we have Sharon Ventura and Carla Sofin.
Okay, so there were multiple Miss Marvels then?
Yeah, and Kamala Khan. Kamala Khan is the one with the big stretchy hands.
Yeah.
Carol Danvers is the Captain Marvel that we know. And then probably Sharon Ventura is the one you're thinking of. Second character to use the code name. Appeared in The Thing, number 27. Oh, there's a main article.
Okay, well, maybe we avoid using her to avoid confusion then.
Yeah, because I'm confused.
All right, that leaves us 2 Echo Fighters left. Who to choose?
Is Sharon Carter in the game?
Who?
Sharon Carter.
I don't know who that is.
You've seen The Winter Soldier?
No.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, she's a SHIELD agent who is the Black Widow, but not.
Okay.
And she was really popular, and she was in several movies, and she dated Captain America for a hot second.
Gotcha.
And she was Peggy Carter's niece. And so when Captain America went back to the past to meet up with his old girlfriend, he had to also sit there and think about the fact that he dated her niece in the future.
Okay.
Captain America shouldn't have gone back. That's dumb. Also,
can we think of 2 real quick?
Oh, I don't know. Anakin Skywalker.
What?
I don't know. I can't figure it out. How about we could put Beast from the X-Men in, and he is a Echo for Sabretooth.
Hey, that makes sense to me.
That makes sense. I can live with that choice. And then we can put Disney owns Marvel, so they put Mr. Incredible in the game in place of the Thing.
You think Bullseye could be an Echo for anyone?
Bullseye is an Echo for I was hoping it would come to me by the time we got to that point. No.
What kind of powers does Bullseye even have?
He just doesn't miss. He throws projectiles and they don't miss. That's like his whole thing.
Okay.
The other Nick Fury.
The other Nick Fury, nice.
We have white Nick Fury and black Nick Fury, and they are echoes of each other.
Would that make much sense, though?
I mean, they both have to be in the game in some form.
You know what? Fair. Let's do it then.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and it would feel weird to just say that it's an alternate costume. So
is there like a name difference between the Nick Furies? That way, you know, they're not just both labeled as Nick Fury on the screen.
Yeah, so one of them is Nick Fury, and the other one is Nick Fury Jr.
Oh, okay.
But everyone just calls him Nick Fury.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, there we go.
Okay. Ooh.
So now that we have all the Echo fighters, let's do a comparison and see where that leads us.
All right. So how do we want to do this? Let's just go through like Smash 64 across our old list and the new list and see what happened.
Yeah, we can do it game by game.
Okay, cool.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
All right, so in our new list, we ended up with Spider-Man, Wolverine, Cyclops, Rogue, Storm, Gambit, Hulk, Captain America, Human Torch, Blade, Venom, and Daredevil.
Okay.
Now, in the episode 0 version, we ended up with Spider-Man, Wolverine, Gambit, Black Cat, Magneto, Venom, Captain America, Punisher, Human Torch, Hulk, Blade, and Rogue.
Black Cat is a good choice.
Yeah, Black Cat was a good choice. Although I personally, in the old list, would have saved Punisher for later, I think.
Yeah, but like Black Cat isn't in the new list at all.
Yeah, you're right.
She deserves to be in there.
Okay, we will make a side note to include Black Cat at some point.
Right. Sacrifice a character for Black Cat.
Yes. That's all we could do is just make a list of characters that were like, ooh, this person needs to be in there that we didn't add, whatever.
Yeah, and then we can just refine the list. All right. Next, Melee.
All right. I will need to scroll back down, copy paste them over, then go back up. Because I needed to keep them separate while we were going through them so I didn't accidentally get influenced, you know?
Sure. Oh, I hate that we didn't put Black Cat in. That feels like an obvious choice.
All right. So original, for our new one, we put in Magneto, Green Goblin, Doctor Doom, Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man, Punisher, Ghost Rider, Nightcrawler, Elektra, Thor, Sentinel, Invisible Woman, The Thing, and Howard the Duck.
Okay.
So for the episode 0 version, we put in Green Goblin, Mystique, Storm, Cyclops, Invisible Woman, Iron Man, Thor, Doctor Doom, Howard the Duck still somehow.
Well, we mentioned, I think the idea was that Pichu was kind of the joke character that people took really seriously in combat. And so Howard the Duck was supposed to be the joke character that people took really seriously.
Yeah, that makes sense. Then we had Nick Fury Sr., Black Widow, Deadpool, Daredevil, and Cable. Did we put Cable in the new one?
We did not put Cable in the new list.
Oh, do you think Cable deserves to be in there?
I think he deserves to be in there more than some other people we put in.
Fair enough. Let's add Cable.
Yep. Cable is on the list of characters that are better.
All right, so now I will copy and paste them over from Brawl.
Our original list was so good.
I know, right?
I'm actually really disappointed that I couldn't save the audio for that because that list was solid and we put a lot of time into figuring it out.
We did. It was like, wasn't it like 2.5 hours?
That episode was 2.5 hours and we put in meticulous thought into every single character.
Oh yeah, there were so many awkward pauses because of it.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
more
so on our
awkward
new
pauses
list
because
we
I just
have
wasn't there sometimes.
it's all good. On the new list we had Deadpool, Doctor Octopus, Sandman, Sabretooth, Spawn, Silver Surfer, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Nick Fury, Hellboy, She-Hulk, Ant-Man, Wasp, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Jessica Jones. I actually like a lot of those picks.
That's a good lineup. That would
They were
sell
really
the
good with
game.
Brawl. And then in the original, we put in Ghost Rider, Elektra, Sentinel, The Thing, Mr. Fantastic, Silver Surfer, Black Panther, Rocket Raccoon, Juggernaut. Did we put Juggernaut in the other one?
We didn't put Juggernaut in.
Ooh, Silver Samurai. That's kind of a cool pick.
Ooh, Silver Samurai was a cool pick.
Carnage, Iceman,
Eh.
Nightcrawler, Doctor Strange, Spawn, and Ryu.
Okay. We should put Juggernaut and the Silver Samurai back in. Let's
Okay,
make a
I agree.
note.
Oh wait, hear me out. What if we potentially throw in Iceman as an Echo Fighter to the Human Torch?
That's really stupid. We should do it.
I kind of love it. We should definitely do it.
All right. Okay. So, what was one of the Echo Fighters that? What was one of the Echo Fighters that we felt weird about?
Let's tackle that once we get back to it. I'll just make a side note.
Yeah, make a note of it. All right. So from Brawl
right.
to Wii U.
Yes, to Wii U. Just gotta copy it over again.
Spider-Punk.
All right. So for Wii U in our new one, we put in Super Scroll. That's right. We put in Super Scroll.
Because the Fantastic Four would have been out, but they would have still had the scrolls.
See, you don't need the Fantastic Four. Super Scroll has all of his moves.
It's like, yeah, but we want the Fantastic Four because the Fantastic Four are better.
All right, so we have Super Scroll, Winter Soldier, Red Skull, Rocket and Groot, Doctor Strange, Gamora, Ultron, Thanos, Nova, Captain Marvel, Dormammu, Black Panther, and then the DLC characters we added were Ryu, the Ninja Turtles, similar to Pokemon Trainer, Star-Lord, and the Lizard.
I'm really proud of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that was such a good idea.
I would argue that we could replace the Lizard with one of our other characters, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I would much rather have Black Cat in the game than the Lizard by like a billion miles.
All right, so then in no freaking way. In the Session 0 version, we put in Super Scroll as our first one too.
Well, I think the logic was still the same. It's, hey, they don't have control of the Fantastic Four, but we'll throw them the scroll.
Fair enough. All right, so then we had Whiplash, who I'm not sure who that is.
That was one of the villains from Iron Man 2 or 3.
Oh gosh, that's right. Then we had Winter Soldier, Loki, Thanos, Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Ant-Man. Is there a Marvel character named Mega Man?
No.
Oh, how the crap did that end up there?
Oh, we put in Mega Man because with the same kind of thought process as Ryu.
We said Namco would make the game, so we put in Mega Man.
That's right. That is what we said, huh?
I think so.
I kind of want to keep Mega Man in. Is there a way we could justify that?
I'm sure, but I'll go through the rest of the list real quick.
Sure.
So then we got Nova, Power Man, who I don't remember who that is.
That's Luke Cage.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, then we actually put the Ninja Turtles in that time too.
Oh, well, there you go. Then
we also put in Stan Lee, Ultron, and Hellboy.
We put in Stan Lee?
Put in Stan Lee.
What was he going to do?
I don't know.
Oh, put him on the list of characters to put back in.
What, him and Mega Man?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. All right, I added them both. Now it's time to tackle the final characters and the Echo Fighters.
Right. Oh, I bet our old Echo Fighters were so much better.
Oh, I'm sure they were.
All right. Well, let's see what we got. Go ahead.
As soon as I get to them, just give me a sec.
Okay. I will practice being patient.
It's all good. Just copying and pasting, you know?
Patience is dumb.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
All right, so for the original Ultimate cast in our new version, we put in Carnage, Mystique, Vision, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and Falcon.
Okay.
Now, in the other version, we put in Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, Domino, Miles Morales, and Hawkeye.
Domino's a cool pick.
Yeah, I think so too.
Ooh. I think
Do
we
you
might
want
have done
Domino
worse
added?
this time around.
It's possible.
Maybe I maybe want Domino.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, then let's just keep her off.
Okay. All right. Then with our first DLC, I'll just go through all the DLC. So our DLC in the new version was Shocker, Miles Morales, Jean Grey, Invincible, Miss Marvel, Lockjaw, Black Bolt, Drax, Squirrel Girl, Loki, Rick Grimes, and Batman. Now, our DLC in our Session Zero version, it was Wong as Piranha Plant.
Wong.
We gotta have Wong.
Wong has to be put back in, but I really want Shocker too.
So we got Wong. We got Invincible. Oh, we had Tommy Oliver. I'm not sure if you know who that is.
I don't. Who's Tommy Oliver?
Tommy Oliver's the Green Power Ranger.
That's right. That
would be so cool.
Because like we were thinking of like third-party characters, and it's like, oh well, we got the Ninja Turtles, so follow that logic. It was Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, we need a Power Ranger character for sure.
Yeah, we should put in a Power Ranger.
All right, and then there was Dr. Octopus, Falcon, She-Hulk, Professor X, Morbius, Jean Grey, Beast, Iron Fist, and Batman.
Okay, it's weird that Morbius and Professor X aren't in the game.
It is pretty weird.
Okay, so let's put them on the list of characters we need to put back in.
All right, so we're going to add Wong, Tommy Oliver, Professor X, and Morbius.
Yeah.
I'll add them real quick.
But we have to keep the roster number the same, so we have to find characters to replace.
Yeah, we got to cut characters. Dun, dun, dun.
That's probably okay. Our old list was so good.
Yeah, we actually did so good on our old list.
I'm kind of annoyed at how good our old list was.
All right, now it's time for the Echo Fighters. So we had on the new list War Machine, Gwenpool, Spider-Gwen, Kate Bishop, Nebula, Beast, and Nick Fury Jr. On the new list, we had Spider-Gwen in place of Spider-Man. Oh, X-23 in place of Wolverine.
Ooh, that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
then
yeah.
Yeah, that might be one we add.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah. Then we put Lady Deadpool. I don't know if they're any different from Gwenpool.
It's just Deadpool, but a girl. I think Gwenpool has more icon status.
Yeah, I actually think we made the better choice with Gwenpool.
For once, older us are actually wiser than younger us.
Then we had Blob as an Echo Fighter for Juggernaut.
I don't know about him, but okay.
Then we had Kate Bishop as an Echo Fighter over Hawkeye.
Makes sense.
And then Silver Sable over Black Widow. I really like that one.
Oh, that is good. That's way better. Okay,
yeah, we gotta add X-20.
We gotta figure out the new list now.
All right, time to fix our roster.
All right, so let's start with the Black Cat because she needs to be in the game.
Yeah. Okay. Should I actually take a second to like copy paste to reorganize a bit to make sure I have all of our ducks in order?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do that.
Woohoo! Actually, what I think we should do is we should just have the ultimate roster and then have all of our replace with these characters, and then we could just look at it and start pulling them out.
Okay.
Actually, Is there a way you can send me the list?
Potentially.
What
I
did
do
you
have
make?
a Google Doc for it.
If it's on a Google Doc, you want to just put my email onto it and then I can take a look?
Yeah, that would probably be easier, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So we have a big list of characters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
All right, so the top half was our original list. And then, oh, wait, I still need to move the Echo Fighters over.
Taskmaster is just completely random. I love it.
Oh, yeah, it was such a good idea, though.
That's a good idea. I'm proud of that one. It's like you can randomize your character, sure, or you can just go as off the walls as you can.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
All right, so the top half is the original list. And then for the bottom half, I have the ones we want to add. And I also have like the different games.
Okay. So we're just concerned with like the bottom half of this anyway.
Yeah. So
All
I
right.
vote we look at those 3 Echo Fighters and see if we want them to replace the other Echo Fighters.
Let's start there. So our 3 Echo Fighters were oh crap, who were they? We had Silver Sable.
Yeah, it was Iceman, X-23, and Silver Sable.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So if we go into our Echo Fighters, let's replace Nebula with someone. Replace Nebula, Beast, and probably Nick Fury Jr.
Okay. Don't want both Nick Furies then?
Nah, we'll just have one Nick Fury. And we'll do that thing I didn't want to do. We'll just say that the 2 Nick Furies can be costume alts.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Whatever works.
Whatever works. But like I like those Echo Fighters a lot, and I feel like X-23 especially should be in, and Silver Sable is way more interesting to me.
Who else were we replacing in that group?
I was going to suggest replacing Beast.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was just kind of a throwaway one.
Yeah. Like we had a hard time figuring that one out anyway.
Okay. We knocked the Echo Fighters out of the way. So now it's the hard part of looking through and replacing people with the new ones.
Right. Where's the list of the new ones that we wanted to put in? Where'd you put that?
Yeah, so it's here. I'll help you out a bit, okay?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see him.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a giant dash across the screen.
That is fantastic. That's everything I needed. Okay. So Tommy Oliver, let's start with him.
All right.
Because like he's a third-party character, so I feel like we can just take a low-tier Marvel character and replace them.
Yeah, for sure. Since he's third party, we'll want to wait till someone from Brawl onward, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so in Brawl, we've got... I'd be cool replacing Sandman.
Yeah, I think I agree, Sandman but do we have Tommy Oliver appear in that one, you think?
Well, he either replaces Sandman or he replaces the Lizard.
I think the Lizard would be a better replacement for him.
Yeah, because he's a DLC character too. So let's kill the Lizard and put Tommy Oliver in. That is
done.
Sweet. So let's take him off the list.
Yep.
All right. Then the rest of these, we could put these almost anywhere.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Except for Mega Man. Mega Man would have to be Brawl and onwards as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I vote for Mega Man. We look at the lower half and go from there.
Right. Let's replace... I don't want to replace anyone. They're all cool. I'd rather have him in than Rick Grimes.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like Rick Grimes is kind of an out there cool choice, though.
He is kind of out there and cool. Let's see. We could also do... sorry, phone noises. We could also replace...
I'll be honest, I wouldn't lose sleep over losing Wasp.
I would a little bit.
Okay, let's not do that then. What about replacing him over Winter Soldier?
No, we can't get rid of the Winter Soldier.
Red Skull?
We could get rid of the Red Skull.
Let's do Red Skull.
Let's get rid of the Red Skull.
Unless Mega Man is in.
I don't know how many people actually... Considering where the Red Skull comes from and what he stands for, I don't know if we really want him in the game anyway.
That's a very good point, actually.
Because, like, yeah, he's from a fictional dictatorship, but only kind of.
Yeah, it's heavily influenced.
It's not only heavily influenced, but like he very much is a member of it, like everywhere outside of the movie. So
yeah. I think this is where it's gonna start getting hard to try and think of people to cut.
Okay, well, let's start with My Girl the Black Cat.
Okay.
And we can go from any of these games. So
Like, for example, I don't really see us cutting anyone from Smash 64.
no, I think Smash 64 is about as good as it will get.
Mm-hmm.
Melee, shoot, Melee's really solid as
Yeah,
well.
there's a lot of good picks in Melee too.
I mean, maybe replace Sentinel.
Yeah, maybe Sentinel.
If we look at Brawl, we could still replace
Let's
Sandman.
put
I
an
wouldn't lose.
asterisk next to Sentinel for now and come back.
I wouldn't lose sleep over losing Sandman. I could lose Sandman.
Yeah, I agree. Black Cat over Sandman.
Let's Black Cat over Sandman. Yeah,
Let's do it.
My girl.
Next is Cable.
Ugh, Cable is tough too because he's like niche X-Men. If we were doing this organically, he would be in Smash 64.
Mm-hmm. But I don't see him getting a spot over the ones we chose in Smash 64. That's the issue.
Yeah, I don't either, and I don't see him replacing anyone in Melee. Maybe Sentinel again, but it's like if I were to replace Sentinel, would it be Cable or Juggernaut? Is my hang up.
I would want to replace Sentinel with Juggernaut because I feel like that's like kind of an equivalent.
So let's go ahead and do that. Let's replace Sentinel with Juggernaut.
Because, you know, they're both big, bulky characters, but I feel like Juggernaut's way more iconic than Sentinel is.
Yeah, by a ways. All right. And then I love Morbius. Morbius would be fun because he's like a big vampire. He's kind of a interesting choice. But maybe our new list actually is good.
I know, right? How would you feel about potentially cutting Silver Surfer?
And replacing him with Cable?
Or with just any of those guys up there?
I feel like the Silver Surfer is still really iconic.
He is pretty iconic, yeah.
Like he's hard for me to replace.
Okay.
If I were to pick any character off of this list right now that I feel good about replacing, it would be I could replace Ant-Man, but if I was going to replace Ant-Man, it would be weird. I would keep the Wasp.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
I could replace Nova. I would be okay removing Nova.
Honestly,
and Dormammu.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be cool with removing Nova. Dormammu's my favorite villain.
Okay, then we'll keep Dormammu.
So I'm kind of biased.
But I would much rather have, I would like to have Stan Lee over Nova.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, let's do that then.
Putting in Stan Lee.
That's so dumb.
I know, right? I think our thought process was to put him in the game before he passed away.
It's just, people would have so much fun playing as Stan Lee.
I know I would.
All right. Know what? I hate to say this. I think our list is as solid as it's going to get.
Really? But what about these other ones?
I can't justify the other ones. I can't find a way to put them in. It's weird Professor X isn't in.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I could stretch, maybe I would put in Professor X. But I love the list as it stands.
Yeah.
We have 10 minutes left.
Let's take a look. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of really good picks now. I'm willing to not add Silver Samurai, honestly.
Yeah, but I'm concurring.
We have better picks than him.
And Cable and Wong are both. Wong occupies the same space that the Shocker occupies, and I'd much rather have the Shocker than Wong.
I agree. I could see. Okay. Hear me out. Wong's the announcer.
That could be fun.
Heck, that's not even a bad idea. Multiple character announcers, honestly.
I could see Wong announcing it. Oh, no. The announcer should be Stan Lee.
Oh, you're right. Okay, let's put Stan Lee in as the announcer.
And then we'll replace Stan Lee in the list with Professor X.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. Oh gosh, that would be a great game. It would be hard. It would be heart-wrenching in Ultimate though, because he would still be alive when Ultimate was released, but only barely.
That's true.
Oh, could you imagine though? Stan Lee announces Batman. Oh, my heart.
So should we cut Cable, Wong, and Morbius then? Because I'm not sure if there's anyone worth replacing them.
I don't think there is either. Let's go ahead and cut them, though it pains me inside.
The only way I could potentially justify it is if we kept either Green Goblin or Dr. Octopus and cut one of them for one of those. But I'm not sure if any of those three are worth cutting, both Doc Ock and
No,
Green Goblin.
definitely not. No. Cable, Wong, and Morbius are all kind of joke characters at this point. Like Morbius is
Yeah.
only in there because the movie was funny and it was a meme pick.
Very
And
true.
there's no room for Cable and there's no room for Wong.
I agree that I feel like Cable would have been a really good pick organically if he came up.
Right, but he just didn't come up this time. But he is a good organic pick for 64.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, folks. Let's go ahead and give you the final roster. For the final roster in Smash Brothers 64 Marvel Edition, we have Spider-Man, Wolverine, Cyclops, Rogue, Storm, Gambit, Hulk, Captain America, Human Torch, Blade, Venom, and Daredevil, with Master Hand being played by Galactus.
You want to swap off each game?
Yes.
Sweet. All right, then for Marvel Melee, we would have Magneto, Green Goblin, Doctor Doom, Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man, Punisher, Ghost Rider, Nightcrawler, Elektra, Thor, Juggernaut, Invisible Woman, The Thing, and Howard the Duck.
Nightcrawler is so cool.
Dude, I love Nightcrawler. He's my favorite X-Men.
He is so cool. And he's Catholic.
Yes, very true.
It's not that funny.
No, but it was just the one time when you were like, he's Catholic and cool.
Oh, no. It's not funny. Okay. For Brawl, we open up with Deadpool, Dr. Octopus, Black Cat, Sabretooth, Spawn, Silver Surfer, the Black Widow, Hawkeye, Nick Fury, Hellboy, She-Hulk, Ant-Man, the Wasp, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Jessica Jones.
Then for Marvel, for Marvel Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, we have Super Skrull, Winter Soldier, Mega Man, Rocket and Groot, Doctor Strange, Gamora, Ultron, Thanos, Professor X, Captain Marvel, Dormammu, Black Panther, Ryu, the Ninja Turtles, Star-Lord, and Tommy Oliver.
And then for Marvel versus Ultimate, we get Carnage, Mystique, Vision, Quicksilver, the Scarlet Witch, Falcon, the Shocker, Miles Morales, Jean Grey, Invincible, Miss Marvel, Lockjaw, Black Bolt, Drax, Squirrel Girl, Loki, Rick Grimes, War Machine, Gwenpool, Spider-Gwen, Kate Bishop, Silver Sable, X-23, Iceman, and Batman.
And then Taskmaster as a random character.
Woo!
Stanley announcing it all.
And Stanley announcing all of it.
Perfect.
Until, they released the one after Ultimate, and then I think they should have Deadpool announce it.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's going to about wrap it up for this episode. We're very grateful that you guys all listened. And Taylor, would you have any wise words of wisdom for us?
I actually do. I was thinking about this.
Okay,
So
you're actually prepared.
My wise words of wisdom for this time around is don't be afraid to start over if you need to. Because we had to start over with this. This, the theme of it has been, this is our episode 0 that fell apart and just didn't work. And we thought, you know what, let's go ahead and do it again. And sometimes you kind of have to do that in life. So my wise words of wisdom are don't be afraid to start over. You have a lot of life left to live. So you can afford to do it.
Yeah, to kind of add to that point, because we ended up putting off redoing this all over again because we were just like, man, sucks. We lost all that. Let's hold off and not do it yet. And just, eventually you'll get to that point where you can pick yourself back up and try again if it doesn't work the first time.
Well, this was a lot of work to do the first time. And it was kind of daunting, number one, to think, crap, we're going to have to redo this episode, and crap, we're going to have to redo a first episode for the podcast. And really, I'm just thankful that we muscled through and we went ahead and made that actual first episode and we put it out there, because it's nice doing this podcast, and it would have been really easy for this event to deter us from starting in the first place.
That's very true. You and I could have just been like, well, that's a sign we shouldn't, and give up, but we didn't.
We didn't, and now we're here and we have a podcast and people like it.
Yeah, the first part of this Marvel What If series was actually recently reached over 100 views on YouTube, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's like, holy cow. I wasn't expecting that, but this is apparently a thing you guys like to hear. So if you want to hear more about this, let us know in the comments or via email or wherever you're watching.
Or listen to the End Slave.
All right. And with that, I think we will bid you all a fair adieu. So,
yes.
See ya.
Thanks. Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good.
All right. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching this episode of GC Squared. Always great to have you here. And we'll talk about something else next time.
We don't know what that is yet, huh?
But we'll figure it out.
Oh, boy. This was nice having something planned ahead of time.
Yeah, we didn't have to talk to each other throughout the week. What are we going to do?
I don't know. Let's just talk about Sega.
All right.
All right. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to another episode of GC Squared. So we're happy that you listened all the way through. As part of the podcast, we recently created a email address where you can send us your questions or things you'd like us to discuss, and we'll make sure to read it and get to it.
Yeah, we've already had a couple of fan-requested episodes from the emails, and that's been really exciting. So if you want to chat with us, let us know what you think of the show, let us know what you would like to hear us talk about, email us at GC that's GCSQUARED podcast @gmail.com.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you, whether that's suggestions or, things you want us to talk about, or even just questions. If we feel like it'd be a good fit for the show, we're more than willing to address it. So, thank you very much for your time.
We look forward to hearing from you, and we'll catch you in the next episode.